Citizen Television.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I'm Cosmic Kev, your host, and this week is the more psychedelic version where we go from January 17th through the 24th of January. So the sun is going to move into Aquarius on Sunday night, the 19th, at 7:51 p.m. And we're starting out Friday with a moon in Leo, and on Saturday evening around 5:21, just around sunset, up here, the moon will go into Virgo. And this is one thing I have to say about that, about this weekend, and about today and tomorrow, especially tomorrow, is that cusp between Leo and Virgo is the most fun part of the moon. It's one of the most amazing parts of the moon. There's a certain the devil may care, let's have a good time feeling no matter what. So there, I said it. Monday might even be better. I don't know. We're in a waning moon period when the moon is diminishing in size. So one of the things I can say about this week is that as we're moving in this week from Capricorn to Aquarius in Western astrology, is that, first of all, Capricorn and Aquarius are not that different from each other. They're somewhat, but they're both Saturn-ruled signs. One's ruled by Earth, which is the practicalities of our material nature, and it's also the male side of female energy. And the other one's ruled by air, which is the female side of male energy. So, I mean, and Saturn is about renouncement. If you live in an area that has a deciduous forest, that means a forest where the leaves of trees drop off in late fall or winter. That's part of Saturn energy, because Saturn's about renouncement. We get rid of what we don't need, and we don't need leaves in the winter. To successfully navigate Saturn, it's humbling, it's wise, it's age-old wisdom. I'm one of the astrologers that can honestly say I think the winter signs are probably the smartest signs there are, because they're experienced, you know. Does that mean the spring signs are ignorant? Yes, it does. It's okay, though. I mean, there's a resilience in those spring signs because everything's so powerful and strong and rising up. And not everybody is stupid born in spring. It's not true. But to live through winter, especially in a place that has a harsh, cold winter, it takes a certain amount of intelligence. You know, I think of like the people of Iceland. They are some heck of intelligent people. They have really cold winters and it's really dark, but they got rid of the bankers and the bums that ripped them off. Something that other countries have not been able to successfully do. And, you know, we all know about that now, don't we? And what I want to say about, though, Capricorn to Aquarius is Capricorn's key phrases I use and Aquarius's key phrases I know. So we're moving from a place of just usury and kind of looking at things through nuts and bolts and what their value is, to knowledge, which is like, well, what comes next? What comes next after nuts and bolts? Aquarius is a sign of the human being, and it has this uncanny ability to be able to fix things, to be able to work with different elements and make it work. They have a sort of universal appeal to other human beings, and there's this, when Aquarius is in its best form, it's accepting of all the peculiarities of people. It honors everybody. So this is a great thing to move into. And I think the people that, I would like to honor and dedicate this to are people that are incarcerated, people that are in jail time. Now, I know that some people deserve it, and they probably did some wrong things, but I don't think that they're being rehabilitated for the most part. I don't think it's a big fun picnic. I mean, unless you're like a really rich banker that rips people off and gets sent to jail, then you go to the special jail, where other rich people go. Because, I live in a place where we have the best justice system that money can buy. But I'm really talking about poor people, people in really desperate positions, like people in the People's Republic of China and a lot of different third world countries. And even in the state of California, they have horrendous prisons in the state, and they keep building more of them, a lot of them private. And so these people, I wish for their liberation, and Aquarius is all about a liberation, and they really want everybody to be free. So I'd say, let's lift up those who don't have a voice. They don't have much ability to appeal. No, I don't want, the scumbag that raped your father and hurt your mother and, molested your children with a Tonka truck to go out and do it again, okay? That's not cool. That stuff is wrong. And I know I deliver it in a way that's light about it, but I think it's like we have a focus on the horrendous things and we don't look at the commonalities. Like I saw this one guy that, was just a petty pot dealer, but he had guns in his house, and that gave him a mandatory minimum of 55 years. And even the judge had no discretion, says, I got to do this because otherwise I lose my job. And it was a federal case. There was an informant, and it was really sad. It was the state of Utah, so, I mean, that says a lot right there. Aquarius says, let's liberate these people, let's give them another chance. So today in the horoscope, we're going to give everybody another chance.